Thank you for joining the United Constitutional Patriots Radio with your host, Johnny. We will be talking about the border and other issues around the United States. I will now turn the mic over to Johnny. So here's Johnny.
I want to welcome you to United Constitutional Patriot Radio. We got a lot of good, positive things about the border that we're going to report tonight. As you know, I was on the border with the human wall. My men were down there. They're in the videos also. They were working with the Border Patrol. They're working with us also. I met with their Border Patrol supervisor, and I also met with the supervisor for that area. So I'm going to give you a total report on this, of what went on. You can go to the United Constitutional Patriots Facebook page, and we also have the video on there that was taken live of the whole thing that went on down there, including conversations that we had with Border Patrol about us. So anybody else ever says the Border Patrol doesn't want us down there and they're not cooperating, you can come right out. I'm tired of the bullshit of people attacking us, saying that they won't work with us. There's border protection down there. All this crap, there's not. Border Patrol themselves said it's the most dangerous area of the border, right where we were at. And when I seen it, we even federales on the other side are working with the Border Patrol right there. It was a meet and greet. We shook hands, talked to them ourselves. A whole lot happened. First, I want to welcome all of you. I want to welcome our new listeners. We have some very good people that are going to be in here tonight, or already in it probably. But I want to welcome all of you. I want to welcome the law enforcement. And I can't say enough about the law enforcement. They impressed me like you wouldn't believe down there on the border, and you'll see why when you see the video. Like I said, if you want to see the video, go to the United Constitutional Patriots Facebook page. And live shots we did are there. We also, I guess, we did part of a segment on our channel here, and then we had to go live because they lost communication. It was our first time of doing a live communication. There were technical difficulties because it's a learning process for us. However, I want to welcome my friends down in that we made down in El Paso and at Santa Teresa at the border. Anthony is just a really super great guy. We had good conversations, met a lot of people down there. We got a lot of press coverage on national news, you name it. But to start with, here's what's going on. We definitely need more boots on the ground. That area there is the area that they have given us, and they will show us all the way across the border there now. See, all along, I've been told that the border was wide open for 189 miles. There's 26 miles of border fence. We were at the end of that border fence. Our governor made the statement that she pulled the troops out of New Mexico off the border. She never ever had them on the border. They've never been there except for during the building of that border wall. And then she pulled them out. And I don't know if it was her or if it was our former governor that even did that. However, I do know this. We are needed down there. Border Patrol said we're needed. They said they would work with us 100%. To include in the area where they want us, they will have Border Patrol with us at all times. Our job is to assist them, and their job is also to assist us. Now, while we were down there, we made a lot of headway. We were a foot from the border. We were seeing kids with their arms stuck through the border fence or border wall. Kids holding signs up. It's all right there for you to see. It tells the truth of what's going on the border there. It's dangerous, but it's a job we have to do. Now, one of the things we're going to do tonight is we're only going to have an hour show tonight, but tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we're going to have a second segment of this because we do want to catch President Trump down on the border. We're going to catch his speech, which comes on in an hour from now. Now, we have a lot of cues that have come in, a lot of news that we can report. But now I do want to thank Bill. We went down to Oklahoma. When we left the border, we picked up Bill. And I'll tell you what, he's sitting here right next to me. Say hi, Bill.
Hello. Nice to meet y'all.
And he told me there was a pickup load of stuff. Well, I went down with my pickup, and it's a pickup and trailer load of stuff. We brought about 1,500 pounds of canned goods back for the men and brought him back with us, which everyone knows we've been trying to get him a ride. I finally got tired of it. We went and got him. And now he can't do enough up here helping us. He's been working his butt off all day for us. And I'll tell you what, this is the kind of patriots we need. People that are willing to step out and say, hey, and he's not doing it for recognition. He's doing it for what we're doing because he believes what we're doing and he wants to help support the men on the border. We're not just going to have men on the border in Santa Teresa. We're going to have them also in Columbus, also over at, we need more boots on the ground over in Antelope Wells, that whole area all the way across there. This is a dangerous area. We need people. There are people coming across, people that have diseases. They're coming across. They found some with weapons. They found some that are in actually combat uniforms. There's a lot going on, and the Border Patrol filled us in on everything in every way. And he even personally got word through one of our people to Trump. And I want to thank you, Pete, for talking to the Border Patrol. Very, very nice people, very nice guy, 100% in support. And these people are not the crooked ones. So it made me feel good. We got welcomed with open arms in an area everyone was saying that we weren't wanted. We are wanted. We are needed. We made it. We made a difference while we were down there. My troops who went down with us, they were backing and supporting the Border Patrol. I want to especially thank Viper. He's in here tonight too. You did a great job, Viper, and I'm proud of you. Another one that was there also was Viper's partner. He's not in here this evening, but I am giving him recognition also. All the men that were down there did a great job, is how I'm going to put it. But our team leaders did a really good job. And Reaper was, he amazed me. Viper and both of them did. They not just only did a good job of protecting me, but they were protecting the crowd. Because we were told when we got there, if anything happened, because this is where they do shootings and everything else. And they told us before we went there, said it's very dangerous in that one spot, but we've got your six. Now that doesn't come from many border patrols. I'm not used to that over on the other side because they fight with you on the other side of the state. But these people work with you, and I'm proud of them. So we are looking for donations. We did get another donation in the mail today. I don't have the envelope with me to give her name, but I want to thank the donation that came in today. I want to thank everybody that's donated. People are donating now because they see that we're not just talking the talk, we're walking the walk, and we're doing the job. Now, this isn't my first time on the border. It's my first time right there at Santa Teresa. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to let Viper, if you don't mind, tell them how it went with working with the Border Patrol, would you please? Because we have too many people saying the Border Patrol will not work with you. I can't read her name. It's not light enough in here. Just handed me the envelope who sent the donation. Her name is Mary. I believe it's Mary. I can't read it. I'm going to have to get someone to read it. I've got bad eyesight, folks. No, it's not Mary Murray. It's do me a favor and bring that lamp in from the bedroom, would you please? I'm trying to see this name here because I do want to give a recognition. We did get your donation, and thank you so very much. It means a whole lot. And, well, Reaper just came in, which I'm glad. But Viper, I'll let you start. I want you to, if you would, fill him in on how the Border Patrol worked with us and how good his work. Okay, her name is Mary, S-E-A-D, or Cedar, I believe. Sinclair. S-E-A-D-E-R. Mary Cedar from Irving, Florida. Thank you so very much, ma'am. It's highly appreciated. So, Viper, go ahead, if you would. Fill them in on how you worked and how things went with the Border Patrol, please.
Thank you, Commander. Well, we were in line getting ready to go to the wall. We had police there. They warned us that this was a dangerous area. We got all tacticaled up before we left, and once we got to the border, Border Patrol was there. They welcomed us with open arms. Anything we needed, they were there to back us, just like we were there to back them. And the human wall turnout was excellent. I mean, we had Border Patrol on the hill. Myself and Reaper were down at the end of the wall watching. Federales came. They welcomed us with open arms also. All in all, the event, I think, went perfectly. Back to you, Commander.
Thank you. Now, we had a lot of people that hadn't heard of the United Constitutional Patriots, a lot of news media, a lot of reporters. And they, like I said, they put it out. I know it was on numerous, from Fox News to you name it, covered us. And not one bad word was said about anybody at any time. Reaper, is there anything you would like to fill in on your take of how it turned out on the border? You had conversation directly with the Border Patrol with me. You want to give them a fill in on that? Where did Reaper go?
I am in a bad area.
Okay, we can hear you though.
Not for long because I'm going to lose service here shortly.
Oh, okay. I'll get back with you later. He's driving truck, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we need more men to go to the border. These are just two of them that was with us. There was more of us. However, we need at least the minimum of 150 to 200 men to cover just a 25 to 30 mile area of the areas. Now, the Border Patrol filled us in where the trouble spots are. They will tell us where to go, and they will work with us, and they will have Border Patrol with us while we're working with them. All we do is what we're supposed to do. And we're not there to shoot nobody. We are not there, but we are there to stop these people from coming across and creating, breaking the laws. So this is what I'm looking at. If we can get you folks out there, we need boots on the ground. The Border Patrol does not back our governor. If you would please give me a call if you want to be boots on the ground. What you got to do, we have to vet you. We have stuff we have to do by law. And once you're vetted, you go to the border, and it's dangerous. But you know what? We knew that. When we were in the military, we knew what the situation was, the same situation. So give me a call at 505-334-2492. We need your help. They need you on the border, and they're asking for help on the border. So I'm asking anybody who can listen, anybody who can get word out, to please help us. If you can make donations to help, we still need things like tents. We're still going to need more food because we're down there for the long haul. We're not down there for a short haul. We've had a lot of people, they've donated food, they've donated blankets, we've got tents that have been donated, we have radios that have been donated. We need people with experience, military experience, that can work with us. Okay, Mary Murray says, Human Wall excellent, and made the Fox News. Oh yeah, ma'am, we made a whole bunch of radio shows, not just Fox News. Human Wall was a beautiful thing. Many patriots were there. They were. And they were all very supportive. A lot of them are trying to get people together. I had a phone call today from a lady, and she's going to see what she can do. She's in heavy support of us. We had some pretty heavy hitters down there that were really good people that want to help us any way they can. Well, we're asking for your donations. I don't care if it's $5, $10, $100, anything helps. $1 million really help, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I want to thank all of you that are doing this. You people are amazing, and that comes from the hearts, not just me, but to all of our team. Now, one of the things I do want to tell you folks is we're putting another special forces style team together that will be working directly with the Border Patrol, especially at Santa Teresa and over in the Boot Heel of New Mexico. And we need combat experienced men for that. We need civilians who can help also with running food to them, helping the guys take care of them. At our base camp that we're going to set up when they come in, these men are tired. We had no sleep when we went down there. We drove all night, got down to El Paso, and couldn't find a place to stay, couldn't find a place to eat because it was so late. Then the next day, we finally went and took care of business. And it all worked out really good. So, like I said, I'm stoked on it. I'm happy about it because now the world knows that we are telling the truth 100%. So, and too many people have been saying that what we're doing is not telling the truth. Now, this video proves we are. Plus, videos we have showing there is no wall except for where we were at, and we were at the end of the wall. And from there on, it's dangerous. So that's where I'm coming from. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to ask you folks to make your donations to us, please. You can send donations to our PayPal account if you want, at the United Constitutional Patriot Facebook. Google it, and you can go to PayPal on that, and you can make a donation there. If you don't want to make it, if you don't trust PayPal or GoFundMe, you can send donations like this gal Mary did. You can send it through the mail to the United Constitutional Patriots in care of John Horton or Mark Cheney, Cheney, at P.O. Box 1334, Flora Vista, New Mexico, 87415. If you want to help and make a difference, come to, just call me at 505-334-2492. It's 505-334-2492. But please wait until we're finished with the show. Now, before I put on a couple other guys here, I do want to let you know, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we will have a special show because at 7 o'clock, the president's going to be speaking, and we all want to watch it. So we will be coming again on a special show tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. So share this, folks. Share this with everybody you can. Word needs to get out. We can make the difference. We're the only ones that can make a difference. We're the only ones on the border. We're the only ones on the border. Right now, I have troops on the border. And we are the only ones that can make a difference. We are there to help protect our country. We took an oath to defend our country. And that is our job. We're doing it not because we took the oath, but because we believe in America. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in standing up for our country. And if necessary, giving our lives again, like so many have done over the years in the wars. This is a war, but it's on our own land. And we need help. We need help bad. I'm going to go to Nuclear Warrior. Got anything you want to say, sir?
Well, thank you, Commander.
as you know, over the past weekend, there's been a lot of activity, and this week looks like it's going to promise more of the same. Just as a quick comment on the visit to the border Saturday, I've been watching some postings around, and it looks like that video has pretty much gone viral worldwide. I got a couple of feedbacks from some folks in the UK that got the video. So it's not just a national thing. It's pretty much getting attention around the world. So nice job there, She-Wolf, for the filming, and all of you folks that went down there and did the human wall thing. Job well done. Okay, first off, the Restored Republic via the global GCR, the Global Currency Reset, that is started for the United States and the UK. It started Sunday night into this morning. So you could be looking for that be progressing through the week. Also coming up probably early this week, maybe tonight into tomorrow, they're going to do a data dump from Kim.com on involved in WikiLeaks file releases related to Hillary's private server, the Pizzagate scandal, and stuff also involved in September 11, the 9/11 thing, Fukushima, the false flags over the last 19 years or so, Clinton Foundation financial system control, bribes and rewards, major governments around the world. Other things that you might want to keep an eye open on would be the stock market, because as we go through the revaluation, in order to make it go and completely and smoothly, there's going to be a market crash. It's not going to be a crash to zero. Some industrial stocks are going to take a steep drop, but as the revaluation continues, they're going to bounce back. So if you have stocks in there, hang on to them. They'll be worth something when the revaluation is complete. The Brexit vote is coming up on Thursday and Friday, and when that goes all according to plan, if the Brexit vote does not pass, it's going to result in a martial law in the UK and probably a presidential declared emergency in the US. Gessler law compliance. Saturday, February the 16th, was the day after the cutoff date for non-compliant GESARA nations. The leaders of those nations faced non-liquidity because they could not access the new financial system and would likely face military presence in the streets. So that's still a work in progress. Get most of this information. You can read it all on operationdisclosure.blogspot.com. It's all right there. And so far what I'm seeing is everything is happening according to what's published there. So this is happening, folks, and we're all going to be the better for it when it's all finished. And I think if you want to roll into Chuck's Q drops, we can do that from here, Commander.
Okay, hang on just a second here. One thing I do want everybody to know. Now, little She-Wolf, she's just a little dinky Indian gal, no bigger than a minute. Where she got her energy, I have no idea. She's the one that did the videoing, and I'm going to tell you something. She was everywhere. I mean, a couple times I needed her, I looked, the heck, she was clear at the other end of where either the local authorities were, or she was talking to people, she was videoing, everything was going on, and she catches everything. And I mean, she catches everything. I mean, they needed about 5 of her to be where she needed to be to catch everything that was going on. So I want to thank you, She-Wolf. You did a great job. I watched the video for the first time when I finally got back to the office. And I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed on the job you did. And I want to thank you. I was impressed on how Viper, Preacher, how General Benally did, how everybody did. I was just really, really impressed. Because we showed the world what it means to stand up united and stand together without a bunch of bickering and fighting. and do things in a military manner, in a professional manner, and that we treated everybody with respect. Go ahead, preacher.
All righty. Well, we do have some cues. Actually, we have about 2 days worth. Q, after being absent for, what was it, 7 or 8 days, I think, maybe. I think last time he posted was February 1st. But after having been silent for about 8 days, he popped back up again on February the 9th. And we have got a few cues here. And some of it's pretty interesting, so I'll try to go through these as quickly as I can. You can go to https://qanon.pub. QAnon.pub. Look that up on your search engine. That's one of the Q pages. That's the one I'm on right now. You can read them all yourself and study them, but let's go through them right quick. Q number 2676. And he popped up there and he said, optics are important. Stealth bombers silent. Now, in this case, the stealth bombers, he's talking about people like Huber, okay, and so on and so forth, because believe it or not, a lot of work going on behind the scenes. Reed Mueller regarding design to drops. What was the Mueller probe designed to do? Okay. Probe conclusion coming? Yes. Okay. Minus 30 in the kill box. Okay. Coincidence. Conclusion occurring as new Attorney General installed. His Mueller's investigation is ending just as the new Attorney General is being installed. What was the purpose of Whitaker? Reread drops regarding Scaramucci model. Purpose. Who did Scaramucci remove? Well, he removed the former White House press secretary, and then Sarah took over. Effective? Yes. Optics important? Yes. What occurs post-install blockade removal? D-class. Okay. Rod Rosenstein in the kill box. Complete removal. OIG release of findings. Okay, so he's telling you what's going to happen after the blockade removal, which is Mueller. Okay. How are they preparing to combat narrative equals vital question mark? House Intel launch of more fake investigations in attempt to retain false narrative and claim political attacks if investigated or prosecuted themselves. Adam Schiff in the kill box, question mark. SDNY-Attorney General in the kill box, question mark. Attempts to retain blockade, attempts to prevent release of the truth, 0 leaks regarding Huber. Now, there's been 0 leaks, folks, out of Huber's camp, so they've obviously got a tight lid on it. 0. Do not mistake public silence for inaction. This is not another 4-year election. Q. Then in Q2677, one of the Anons on HANS welcomed him back, said, welcome back. Q said, we never left. It's time to return publicly. Q. And he has in a pretty big way. Q2678, there's an NBCnews.com article. Social media's Russian troll accounts purged, Twitter pushed QAnon and other conspiracy theories. Russia. Fake news attacks continue. Ask yourself why. What happens when the news no longer reports the facts? What happens when the news no longer reports the truth? Enemy of the people. Control. Q. Okay. Oh, then Q2679 is it's an article on NASA.com, mission pages, shuttle launch countdown 101 HTML. Now, what this was posted for was to show us, you and I, that we are now at this moment in a countdown to the big day, okay? We're in the countdown to D-Day or whatever you want to call it, okay? You can go to the Q page, you can click on the link, and you can read that and kind of get the gist of it. Anyway, it shows how they do a countdown and what they do with each phase of the countdown when they're going to launch a shuttle or something, okay? And he's telling us we're in a countdown right now, okay? All right, Q68, 2680, okay? Several articles here. Whitaker, prosecutor, FBI, index, and then there's a Breitbart, William Barr in 2017, DOJ abdicating its responsibility by ignoring Clinton uranium deal in favor of Russian collusion. And he says, Q says, read between the lines, honey. He says, read between the lines, blockade end, good to go. Q. Now I want you to notice at the beginning of those three lines was RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Okay, it turns out that on February the 11th, okay, February 11th, 2018, Q posted and said Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Well, today was the 11th. Was kind of expecting to have her hear that she was going to be announced dead. Well, let's wait and see what the president says tonight. Okay. Q2861 or 81, 2681, excuse me, folks. We have minus 30 in the kill box, minus 45 in the kill box, minus 60 in the kill box, and minus 90 in the kill box. Now reverse that. 90, 60, 45, 30. We're talking about 90 days ago, 60 days ago, 45 days ago, and 30 days ago. It was 60 days ago when the president ordered FISA declassified. So remember that one. Blockade removal, Scaramucci model. RR in the kill box, removal, goodbye number 2. Number 1, underscore oversight of Mueller. That's the roadblock being removed, okay? Or removal, 1 through 4 removal. Bar install. Bar with Whitaker review Rod Rosenstein's notes regarding strong reservations to declass due to sources and methods, foreign irreparable harm, okay? OIG review to review prior to executing order. Barr with Whitaker pulled D-class review assignment from the Office of the Inspector General. Oversight, DOJ/FBI, Ray, fully capable in reviewing and commenting regarding operation integrity, sources, and methods, etc. Barr executes order to declass plus provide members of the House Committee long requested supplemental documentation in congressional setting. Scope memo plus class, okay, in kill box as required by U.S. law. Whitaker remained DOJ senior staff. Barr meeting Huber and OIG. OIG report. House Democrats threaten subpoena of Barr and Whitaker regarding D-class. Supreme Court report or Sarah Carter report, one of the two. Huber, etc.
Special counsel.
Yeah, special counsel report. There it is. Huber, etc. House Democrats use subpoena power to Acts 1, 2, and 3 spell plus 30 in the kill box. I don't know what that is. Meeting with North Korea, DENUC plan process, sanctions lift meets subject A, B, food for people, aid. In other words, there's a plan to help North Korea, okay, in the works. UK, Australia, narrative shift regarding in-country spy campaign versus POTUS. Hops 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to target. Okay, D, sky is falling, push to public, scare to control, projection, public awakening, narrative damage control, placeholders active. Remember the cue some time ago back on the placeholders. Wall discussion end. Public awareness of Democrats. Red and green castle per original plan. Dark to light. And then there's the YouTube link to the video. This video will put President Trump or Donald Trump in the White House. Q. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay. Whew. All right. February 10th. This was yesterday. Okay. 2682. TheHill.com. The case for Russian collusion against the Democrats. Define projection. How do you fix something that is known to be broken, corrupt? Do you first need to remove those responsible? Think FBI, DOJ exit list. How do you restore the image and public faith of our most prestigious law enforcement institutions? Hold people accountable? Equal justice under the law? The battle begins, as seen today, with public opinion. The fight to win public favorability. The fight to control the narrative. How do D's control the narrative? 1. Fake news media push of by design narrative. Daily updates, 4 a.m. 2. Fakewood, that's Hollywood. Echo of by design narrative. 3. Social media. Stream, promote of by design narrative plus censor, block, ban of challengers of that narrative. Do they provide evidence to support their conclusions? No. POTUS Russian narrative evidence? None. POTUS racist narrative evidence? None. POTUS, you can play this game all day long? None. What do they count on? How many experiments have been conducted by the CIA mind control? Psych 101, if you hear and see something over and over again by multiple supposedly credible news agencies, elected officials, actors, actresses, documentaries on TV, movies, internet, social media, foreign press, etc., all pushing the same narrative conclusions, what happens? Do factless claims come or become facts in the minds of many? Do they count on the fact that will work, family stresses of life, etc., that the typical person does not have time in the day to research topics for themselves and therefore would believe narratives projected by echo chamber without the need to provide facts or substance other than opinion? Why do they try so hard to keep you divided by race, gender, class? Notice an increase in this push over the past 2 years. Are you stronger together, united, divided? If you dare to challenge their narrative, are you cast out, banned by society as a threat, conspiracy theorist, etc.? Are you cast out by members of your own family, divided, groupthink? They do not want you to think for yourself. A free-thinking, logical person who draws conclusions based on facts are, put simply, a threat to their control power grip. All they care about is control, i.e. power. With control comes personal gain. They want to keep you poor and in need of government assistance. Bigger the government, the more control they have, the more power they possess. When you are in need, you are weak. When you are weak, you are not strong. When you are not strong, you do not fight back. This is as real as it gets. They never thought she would lose. Why? See above regarding control. Transparency is the only way forward. Transparency is the only way to prove to the public that everything sold to you as truth was nothing but a fake narrative designed to keep you, the people, powerless and keep them in control, i.e. in power. Fake news, propaganda arm of the Democrat machine. Sole responsibility to prevent the truth from ever being disseminated to the masses. Mass infiltration everywhere. Transparency is the only way forward regarding public opinion. Prosecution is the only way forward regarding save and defend the rule of law. Prosecution and transparency is the only way to save our way of life. Q. Q2683. Some of these are going to get shorter, folks, real quick. Q2683. Okay, is a Twitter. There's a Twitter. Oh boy, what a shot status. I'm not going to read that, but then it says, what would you know if not posted by individuals on social media? Fake news attempting to control the narrative by not providing coverage. Do the protests in EU go against the narrative that a majority of people are for globalism, open borders, and mass immigration? 1, dilution of citizen voice. 2, dilution of citizen vote. 3, dilution of national independence. 4, police turned against its own citizens. Citizens turned against its own police. People versus people. Controlled media. Prevent mass awareness. If the news doesn't report the facts, i.e. truth, how do people get informed in order to be heard? Well, you come here to listen to us. Silence the people. Localize disruption. Target leaders of disruption. Quietly take action. Deploy scare tactics and political crosstalk. Control volume. Media no longer represents the will of the people. Think for yourself. Research for yourself. Trust yourself. Sheep no more. Q. Okay. Q2684 is a Q from some time ago from back in December that had the red castle symbol on it. Okay, and so on. And then it says, you will not win, Pelosi. You didn't think the largest military spending bill in history, FYI 2019, wasn't going to indirectly include funding for the wall, did you? Learn the Constitution regarding vested powers of POTUS regarding matters of national security. This was planned and forecasted as the border funding solution from the beginning. Okay, Anons had the proof long ago, but shining a light back then would have defeated the primary purpose of showing the public the real objective of Democrat Party: open borders, elimination of ICE, elimination of security, defend illegals over Americans, midterm, etc. These people are stupid. Then Q adds to that Donald Trump status from Twitter, and then says stage set, public border wall fight necessary to bring public awareness regarding true intention of Democratic Party. Anon's new narrative fight, dark to light, Q. Okay. Then 2685 was a YouTube.com, and it had something to do with Ronald Reagan, President Reagan, something that he said some time ago. Let's see, Q20. Okay, now we're getting up to today here, coming up to it. Q2686. Okay, liveaction.org, what we do, investigations, child sex trafficking, Here he's talking about Planned Parenthood, so it looks to me like they're going after Planned Parenthood. Why do Democrats push to fund Planned Parenthood in the kill box using taxpayer dollars, $500 million a year? Where does the money go? Past political donations of Planned Parenthood? What is the process of disposal regarding aborted fetus? What regulations do who monitors are in place to ensure that process is being followed? Why is there a new push by Democrats to legalize late-term abortions? See past drops regarding Planned Parenthood, regarding congressional reports. Warning, graphic. This has nothing to do with a woman's right to choose, a tactic they deploy when challenged to activate liberals and media hysteria. The focus is on the organization itself. There's a cranesnewyork.com article. Kirk Adams, Cecil Richards. Okay, it's an article. Okay. Ask yourself a very simple question. Give the amount of evidence demonstrating illegal, disturbing activities by Planned Parenthood. Where is the FBI investigation? The Fox News report, politics, Planned Parenthood under investigation by Justice Department over sale of fetal tissue. Rod Rosenstein, the kill box. McCabe in the kill box. What senior political officials are providing cover to Planned Parenthood? Will action be taken by DOJ, FBI? 2019, Q. And then Q2687 shows several photographs from from Spain, Finland, UK, places like that, where the protests are going, the yellow jacket protests are going on, and a big blue and white Q. And then Q says, why does fake news media continue to attack a so-called conspiracy? Did you know there's been 1,000 plus articles written about this movement by fake news media machine? Google QAnon select news past 30 days example. What are they afraid of? People coming together thinking for themselves. Q. And then 2688 shows two screenshots of all those articles from the past 30 days. The first one says screenshot of QAnon past 30 days, and there's page 2 shot of QAnon past 30 days. Theme is conspiracy, and Q says you attack those you fear the most. The sheer volume of attacks by the largest media corporations in the world should, using common sense and logic, indicate there's something more to the story. Q. In other words, Q is real, folks. Okay, then 2689 is a map showing where in blue where the sanctuary cities are, and then showing the election map, and the same areas are pretty much in blue. And Q says, only when election harms Democratic Party will they claim foreign interference. Keyword foreign. What about domestic interference? Non-citizen votes by county. Non-citizen promo by county. Non-citizen organizations by county. Okay, organization by county. Targeting districts breakdown by non-citizen data, ACC, etc., I guess, or something. Voter irregularities, internal. 2 laws enacted in battleground areas as test for 2020. Voter roll screening, review non-votes. Democrat ballot pop track for signs, submit late for count. Vote swing figures plus rule of law. New standard of no-show vote. South Carolina 29 scope case. Why do Democrats push for no voter ID in U.S. elections? Why do D's push for open borders? Find the connection. Sometimes a map helps. What South Carolina decision 6-3 ruled voter ID did not suppress votes or deter minorities? Okay. Reuters article, U.S. politics, Supreme Court upholds photo ID voting law. What false narrative is pushed by Democrats regarding voter ID law, racist, voter suppression of minority vote? When is an ID required? Should an ID not be required for all for any reason given the argument made by Democrats? Does an argument a national voter ID law would suppress minority votes suggest minorities are incapable of obtaining an ID? When is an ID required? Which minorities are they referred to? Illegal immigrants? Logical thinking. If there is a previous Supreme Court decision on the matter, pre-POTUS Justice Conference, would a national voter ID law mandate using Supreme Court ruling of 2008 plus common sense logic arguments as logical foundation have merit? Is any other country that has voter ID law considered racist? Okay. Will the DOJ support the push instead of file illegal charges or illegal challenges as Loretta Lynch did in the past if the Supreme Court ruled in 2008 that voter ID laws do not impact, harm, or prevent minorities from voting? How would the U.S. Fourth Circuit Court rule opposite? Is the Fourth Circuit Court considered left liberal? Okay, all right. Why do D's want power at all costs? One example above: logical thinking, facts matters. You know who you are, you are the news now. You are the news now. He's speaking to us, folks. Q. All right. 2690. He repeats that Q and then adds another image. This is just a small listing of things requiring ID but not considered racist, and there's a goodly number of things that require an ID. Showing ID is considered racist. How stupid is that? Okay. All right, we're getting down to it here. Q. Now we're in today's. These are today's, right quick. Q 2691. If Adam Schiff, so they're going after the voter ID thing, the election fraud too. If Adam Schiff has seen evidence of collusion and or POTUS Russia illegal activities, as he stated in the past many times across all Democratic armed media networks, why then is there a need to open new investigations? What about the so-called evidence already seen? How is Adam Schiff making open statements regarding Mueller not investigating POTUS, Deutsche Bank through thorough enough if the Mueller investigation itself was classified? How does Adam Schiff know that Mueller hasn't investigated fake news designed to keep the fake narrative in play? You are witnessing the greatest disinformation campaign ever to be pushed by a political party. Ask yourself why. Fear of what? The message must be direct. The war is very real. Q. Okay. 2692. He starts with an image of a Q from back in March of 2018, where he lists all the people that have resigned or removed. Okay, and another image of the same with another one doing the same thing. Okay, and he says down here, Judicial Watch, press release, watch, FBI General Counsel talked to Hillary Clinton's lawyer about Comey's letter on Weiner laptop, Clinton emails. And he says Baker's heads up on Kendall call was sent to then Director James Comey, since fired, then Associate Deputy Director David Bowditch, who later replaced Andrew McCabe as deputy director, Michael Steinbach, the FBI's former executive assistant director for national security, then assistant director of counterintelligence, E.W. Priestap, now retired, James Rabicki, former chief of staff to Comey, FBI intelligence analyst Jonathan Moffa, former acting assistant director Jason V. Herring, Michael Corden, FBI assistant director for public affairs, now retired, former principal FBI general counsel Tricia Anderson, Strzok, and Page. Does the list above look familiar? Reread drops regarding FBI mid-year OIG and review graphics. Q. Okay. Now he's laying all this on us because all this stuff is coming up. It's coming out. I got two more quick ones right here, folks. 2693. Okay. Twitter.com Representative Adam Schiff's status says, let's actually use facts. Step 1, hype an invented threat of POTUS working with the Russians, disinformation campaign. Step 2, send FBI, DOJ, Congress, Senate, CIA, NSA, Intel, Five Eyes, etc. to address and investigate the imaginary threat. Step 3, justify the special counsel and millions of taxpayer dollars spent as necessary to protect the public and our election process against an imaginary, made-up, non-existent threat which really is designed to protect the illegal activities of many elected officials. Step 4, open new fake false investigations as chairman of the House Intel Committee to retain disinformation campaign designed to keep liberal Democrat Americans on board to regain power and prevent prosecution. Executive time. Q. Then, last but not least, 2694, Q repeats the one we just read, and he says, life lesson, Adam Schiff in the kill box. The next time you leak classified information, don't have your phone or allow phones of the unknown go-between students present. FISA works both ways. Q. So, you read all those cues, folks, and that tells you right now we've got a lot of big stuff coming, a lot of big people fixing to go down. I'm out of breath and I'm thirsty. Back to you, Commander.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we have about 5 minutes left, but I want to take time right now. Matt Wall, one of our men, he's trying to get here. He's out in Oregon. He has a lot of things he's trying to tie up. I want to thank you for your $100 donation. It's very highly appreciated, which, you're an avid donator and you've been stood behind us for so long. And we just want to, all of us, the whole team wants to thank you for what you do too. Everybody that's been donating. Mary, you've been there from day one with us. We love you, and I want to thank you for the donations you have made. Mary Murray is, she pushes us, she helps us every way she can. She is a good lady. And real quick, we're going to do a prayer because tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, we will have the second phase of this show. We want to go and we want to watch the president's speech from El Paso. He wanted us there. We wanted to be there. Q gave us recognition. Hey, this means a whole lot to us. We have about 4 minutes. So, again, if you can donate, please donate to the United Constitutional Patriots page on Facebook, on PayPal. The money's for the men. It helps them on the border get what they need. It helps them with food, helps them with a lot of toiletry stuff because they can't come out of there. The other one I want to say is if you can make a donation of anything from clothes to tents to anything, funds, gas cards, Walmart cards, they get things they need. We don't spend that money on us. We spend it on them. Could you please send the donation to the United Constitutional Patriots at care of John Horton or Mark Cheney, at P.O. Box 1334, Flora Vista, New Mexico, 87415. Or if you want to be boots on the ground, you want to help, we need your help down here, please, folks. You can call me at 505-334-2492. And because we are so pressed for time on tonight's show, a lot has happened. There's still a lot more we need to inform you of. As soon as we get all of our thoughts, everything together, we will give you a total update of everything else that's gone on. So if you don't mind, you want to close the show out, please, Preacher. And I want to thank everybody for listening, and then I will do the closing remarks. God bless you. Thank you.
Yes, sir, we'll do that. Lord Jesus, we thank you for this opportunity that we've had to come here tonight and deliver this important information from the border and elsewhere. We thank you, Lord, for choosing us to do this great work that we do here each and every week, each and every day. We thank you for every member of this team. We ask you to bless them with continued help as we continue to do this work to save our country. We thank you for our great listeners. We thank you for our great president, whom we're about to listen to. We thank you for all things, Lord, and we could ask you to continue with us, continue to walk with us, continue to help us, lead us, and guide us as we do this work. Continue with us now and always, Lord, for we do ask it in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen and amen.
Amen. Amen, and thank you. And I want to thank all of our listeners tonight, our donations. I want to thank America because we went viral. I want to thank America for your support of the United Constitutional Patriot Group and what we do on the border. People are waking up, and we appreciate it. For all the law enforcement, I want to give a shout out to the Sheriff's Department that was down on the border with us. They were great guys, very friendly, open, honest, 100% patriots. And I tell you what, it felt so good to be around so much law enforcement that believe in the Constitution and believe in fighting for your rights as well as every American. So with that, I literally want to reach out to everybody and our great president, President Trump. And it's been an honor to be able to serve him the way we do, because we do serve him. And we report directly to him what's been to go. And, he responds. And we love him. He's the greatest president we've ever had. All I can say is keep him in your prayers, all of our law enforcement in your prayers, the kids, help them, listen to them. If you see something or they see something that's not right, report it. And with that, I want to say God bless our troops, our first responders, our police officers, our patriots. And I want to thank God, and I want to thank you, our listeners. We will be back tomorrow night for a special report, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. I hope you'll join us. Share this. Get more people so they know what's going on. And we are making a difference. God bless you. Good night, and God bless America.
Wednesday night.
Tomorrow night, special.
Thank you for joining the United Constitutional Patriots Radio. We will be back on the air tomorrow at 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. I want to thank all you Patriots for listening, and God bless everybody, and have a great night.